Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, JG Sports here, bringing you guys my recap to the Cleveland Browns victory Sunday night over the New York Giants. The Cleveland Browns now move to 10-4 for the first time in about forever, and the Giants now fall to 5-9. But the Browns are on the verge of making the playoffs for the first time since 2002, and it feels awfully good. So yeah, let's just jump right into this video here. So the Browns win this game with the final score of 20-6. Nothing too high scoring, but we managed the game well. It was a clean game for the most part. We managed the clock well, and we were in control for basically the whole game. So it was a good win. It wasn't as exciting or dramatic as the last game, although we lost that game. But we got the job done. It was a pretty easy win. And now we got the New York Jets next week, which should be, I think, a similar game to this game. So yeah, so let's kind of talk about the Browns first. I thought they played pretty well overall. Their offense, especially, you can tell they're just really clicking. The offense seems to be in rhythm. They seem to find their identity now. Kevin Stefanski just absolutely calling great plays every game. He's definitely a Coach of the Year candidate, and he's really gotten the best out of Baker and just about the whole entire offense too. I think the big storyline of this game, the big difference maker was red zone efficiency. The Browns made it to the red zone 3 times, and they scored a touchdown each time. The Giants made it to red zone multiple times, and they only came away with 6 points in total. So it really came down to that red zone play calling, and that's where we saw Kevin Stefanski outshine Freddie Kitchens as a play caller here, which is what I expected. But yeah, Baker Mayfield had a heck of a game. He's just completely balling out, silencing all of his critics, including me. I've been hard on him at times, and he's proven me wrong every game here. He was, I believe, yeah, he was 27 for 32, with almost 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, quarterback rating, well over 100. I believe it was like 126. I believe it was about an 82% completion rate, which I believe he broke a record for the Browns with that 82% completion rate. So absolutely awesome stuff by Baker. He just looks super confident, and I hope he plays this way every game because it's just really fun to watch him. Nick Chubb didn't have the best game, but it was mostly just passing game. The Giants shut down our run game for the most part. But, we just struck them with the pass game, so it didn't really matter. Chubb had 50 yards rushing. Whole team had about 100. Passing was really where we got them. Jarvis Landry led the way. My boy Jarvis Landry had 7 receptions for, I believe, about 60 yards. Hollywood Higgins having 4 receptions. I believe Hooper had 5. He had a touchdown too. Hooper had a touchdown. Landry had a touchdown, and then Chubb ran in for a touchdown. So everybody was scoring, it looked like. So it was really good to see. Baker is hitting all sorts of different targets. I believe he hit Harrison Bryant for 2, Kareem Hunt for a few as well. And then, of course, Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's proven to be really a steal that we got from the draft. He was a 6th-round pick. And every time he's on that field, you feel his presence. He makes an impact. He got the game winner against Cincinnati, and he seems to catch most of the balls that comes his way. So really liking what I'm seeing from DPJ. So yeah, offense was great. Defense looked bad a lot of times, but we only gave up 6 points somehow, so I'm not gonna complain really too much. Our defense is obviously our weakest point of the team. We know we need to focus on that heading into the next offseason, especially at the draft. Of course, dealing with injured players. Grant Delpit going out at the beginning of the season was huge. I was expecting him to have a big year. As well as Ronnie Harrison now is out. We had Denzel Ward out, who just returned. And now Myles Garrett's not really playing like himself. You can tell COVID's really affecting him still. He looks like, he's about to pass out every play. He's just breathing really heavily. So that's a little bit of concern, but hopefully he gets better. Yeah, defense been banged up, but we do make plays when it counts. We had a few fourth down stops. We stopped a fake field goal attempt to get turnover and downs, and we also stopped a critical 4th down too. It was a run play and we stopped them. So, we defense they do step up sometimes, but overall they just don't look great. Definitely something we need to improve on heading into the next season. But we're dealing with what we get. And I think on defense, Carl Joseph really deserves a shout out. I saw that dude everywhere in the field yesterday. He's playing really well. And I didn't really expect him to be anything special, but I believe he led the team with tackles yesterday, with 10 tackles. So I think he deserves a shout out for sure. But yeah, it's just the other guys just have to step up a little bit more. But yeah, so defense obviously did better though, only giving up 6 points. So shout out to the defense for only giving up six. But yeah, as far as the Giants go, they're just kind of a dysfunctional team. They were led by a backup quarterback, so obviously that's going to make a difference. Colt McCoy is not the best passer in the world. I thought he played pretty well though. He managed the game well, as good as he could at least, but just couldn't get it done in the red zone. I think that came back to play calling. Freddie Kitchens, thank you. Um, but yeah, Giants just really couldn't get it done on offense, especially in the red zone. They really struggled there. And then their defense, I thought their defense did pretty well, but they were just giving up passes all over the place. Baker Mayfield was just throwing dimes everywhere. So they just couldn't stop it. They did stop a run game, so I think they deserve credit for that, but just couldn't stop the pass game. So scored 20 on them. Probably could have scored more, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think on offense though, for the Browns offense, I think Nick Harris definitely deserves a shout out. I believe it was like our first offensive play of the game, maybe second. Chris Hubbard, who was filling in for injured right guard Wyatt Teller, who I think has been one of the best guards in the league. Um, Wyatt Teller went out with an ankle injury. He's week to week. So Chris Hubbard steps in, who's been pretty dependable as a backup. He goes down almost immediately. He gets hurt. Just found out today he's out for the season. And I thought we were honestly screwed. I didn't know if we even had anybody else to replace him. And I completely forgot about Nick Harris, who, thank God, we picked up in, I believe it was the fifth round in the draft this year. So good pick by Andrew Berry there. Really saved us. He played lights out. I mean, I couldn't even tell that he was in the game because he was stopping everybody just like Teller would and Hubbard would. I believe he only gave up one sack, which is incredible because that Giants defensive line ain't bad. So I thought he played really well. He came into that game not knowing at all he was going to play, and he just stepped up, did his job, and I thought the Browns offensive line did a really nice job, and they've been doing that for weeks now. It's one of our biggest strengths of our team, and I think that's a big reason why we're seeing Baker have a big year here, especially the second half of the season here. He's really taken off. But yeah, good team win. I'm excited for this team. I think we got a good shot at making the playoffs. But I think the best scenario here is just worry about our games. Don't worry about what the other teams are doing because the other teams that we're competing with in the AFC, like Dolphins, Titans, Colts, Baltimore, they're all playing really well. So we can't really worry too much about them. I think, our best way into playoffs is to win out, beat New York Jets next week. Then it might come down to us having to beat Pittsburgh that last week. I don't know. But I think if we just handle our business, come in ready to play every game, I think, we can make it to the playoffs for the first time in forever. So, yeah, super excited about the future of this team, regardless of what happens. But yeah, this was good win yesterday. Let's keep it going. Let's go 11-4 now next week. And yeah, that is all I have for this video. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Go Browns.